It is officially here. Yes. One of the things I absolutely hate, like it makes me cringe, is the sound of cardboard when you first open a box. Ugh. Don't need that, don't need this, don't need this. We'll deal with that later. Ooh, this is exciting. Ooh. What's that? Ooh, this is fancy. Did not know that was coming with that. Ah, comes with the bag. All right, cool. I don't have a wide angle lens yet. This is exciting. All right, so a little too far. Yeah, it should work. Okay, so right now I'm filming with a Canon 60D. We went from the Canon 60D and now Canon 6DMarkII. 24 to 70 millimeter lens. Ah, that's what we got. Battery grip for extra battery life. Came with a bag. Look, they have more storage. 64 gig SD card, nice. Yeah, that's everything. Ooh, let's make the switch now. Feels like a camera. Ooh, the screen is nice. You can switch to photo and video really quickly. Very exciting. Okay, moving on. We got 24 to 70 lens. Ooh, it comes with a little case. Hate these things. Styrofoam. That's like my probably more not like at all sound. Listen to that, listen to that. Doesn't that make you cringe? Cardboard and styrofoam, the worst sound in the world. Yeah. So clean. So nice. Totally work out with this thing if I need to. Fancy. This is fantastic. Look at that. So let's pop a battery in, even though it's probably not charged. And here we go. Turning on. Yeah, battery's dead. Okay, let's charge it. All right, so let me finish off and just tell you why I decided to get this 6DMarkII. We talked about the autofocus. As you can see, I'm back here, you can see me. And when I'm really close, you can still see me, which is awesome. When I posted up that I got this camera, I got like, I think 5 messages of people saying, bro, no 4K, because this camera, it doesn't have a 4K capability. But here's my thing with 4K. I get it, it looks great, it's crispy, but if you've ever edited on 4K, you know that one, you need a whole ton of RAM on your computer to make sure that you can do it correctly, and also that it doesn't slow your computer down. Also, if you really look on YouTube, because this is where we're posting, it doesn't even have a 4K option. I don't think it does. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can only put up to 1080 HD. It's one of those things that even when you post it, it's still gonna downgrade. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just fast forward to, or just watch the next vlog, I don't know. If you wanted a full frame camera, this is the one camera that's affordable and yet has a full frame sensor. It's nice and crispy, it looks fantastic, and I'm not good at explaining these things. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I can't show you because I'm using the camera right now, but the swivel screen is extremely helpful. Other thing, a lot of people ask me, well, why didn't you go with Sony or why didn't you go with Panasonic? This is just my honest opinion. For me, I've been using Canon for years because that's what I use at my job and that's just what I'm accustomed to. So to provide a good product, to show a good story, I always say use what works, but also use what you know. So I don't think that it ever really matters on the type of tool. Like for example, DJing, a lot of people, they say, oh, use Pioneer or use Numark. At the end of the day, nobody cares what you use, just get the job done. So if you know Sony better, if you know Panasonic better, I don't know, whatever you know better, use it. I'm not stopping you. I don't think anyone should. So get off my back. Also, for convenience purposes, this camera has an internal time-lapse function, meaning I don't need a shutter controller or an outside function. It does it inside the camera. Am I extremely pleased with it? Not really, but for convenience purposes, if I need to travel light and I can't bring my bag or whatever. Oh, speaking of bags, let me show you my bag. We actually got a bag before we got anything. We're firm believers that you should create space for the things that you want. So whether it's gear, whether that's a certain aspect of your lifestyle, I don't know, whatever it is, you need to create space for it first. And that may be in time in your day, that may be actual physical material space. For this, it was getting a camera bag before I even had camera gear. I chose the Thule Aspect DSLR bag. this one. It's really heavy because I got a bunch of stuff in it. However, the main reason that I got this bag was its side access, right here. This side, boom. So I can zip, and boom, there's where the camera goes. A lot of other bags or carriers, you'd have to put it down, open it up, and go through it. So for example, when we were in the airport, I didn't have to stop, drop everything, and put it away. I was able to take my camera, take the bag, turn it, zip it, put it away, and then I'm free hands to go. And that's why we did that. This thing right here is a GoPro clip. Very helpful when you can't use a camera like this. You just put a GoPro on it and it just records everything. I'm not super happy with the quality that it shoots, at least indoors. Outdoors, exterior stuff, I really like it. But indoors, not so much. The only problem is we don't have a GoPro. Whenever we use GoPro footage, it's somebody else's camera because we just never made that investment. Maybe one day I'll do a more full review on that, but I'm not really good at reviews, so maybe I won't. Oh yeah, one more thing. Last thing, I promise. Why did I name this camera Orion? Someone asked me that the other day, and I thought I'd elaborate on the topic. I named this camera Orion because one of my heroes, one of my favorite is Optimus Prime. But before Optimus became a Prime, his original name was Orion Pax. That's where the name Orion came from. I don't have a hat, hold on. Got the hat. Another day in the shade life. Got the hat. Later. So when I got into this whole thing, I didn't have a camera. All the years that I've been doing this whole digital media, video, and filmmaking thing, I've actually never owned my own camera. I've always worked for other companies, so I never had to worry about that stuff. Before I tell you that, let me tell you the story how I got this camera. One of my close friends, his name is Brandon, which is funny. He was in film with me. We worked together for a couple years, and then he decided to switch majors and he wants to become a doctor. When I decided to get into this whole thing, I was like, I need a camera. So I basically contacted him and I said, hey, I know that you're studying a lot because I know you medical students, that's all you do is study. And I was like, I know you're definitely not using your camera. Let me borrow it. Little did he know how long I was gonna be borrowing this camera. Yeah, it's definitely been almost like 3 to 4 months. So Brandon, thank you, and also my bad.
Bible.